1.
Hello and welcome to the members. In today's video, we're going to be winning 10 fights with Ribot. Oh god. Now, I've not actually used the Ribot replica before, so I actually don't know how easy or difficult this is going to be. Oh, we're fighting Retrograde in our first fight, and there we go. I wanted to see if they would actually self-right or not. They did, so we continue punishing and hurting them. They're pretty tough. Like, I'll give them that. They're pretty tough, but... Oh, man. Okay. I think that's going to be it from them. Yep, start the count. Nope, they're still going. Okay. Oh, man. This is not looking good for them. Oh, my God. We ripped off one of their plates. Oh, right, we got to do an unstick. Rush over. Oh my god. Oh, and it looks like that's... Nope, not quite the end. But it's getting there. Come on. That's it. Oh my god. Just keep enduring, keep bullying them. Okay. There we go. That's going to be our first point. Wow, the gyro on this is crazy. So that's going to be our first of 10 points. Why is my PNGtuber not working?
3.
Looking for our second point now as we take on P1. Oh my god. Again, I'm using replicas like that I don't typically use in these challenges because, again, I want to try and diversify, keep things interesting. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, poor P1. It's getting absolutely oh my god! And that is part of the reason why I should diversify more, because yeah, this was an easier win, but my god, that was a beautiful sight to behold. Oh my goodness. Like, sometimes the stuff like that could just be entertaining on its own. Well, that's our second point. Let's move on.
3, 2.
Alright, we're looking for our third point as we take on Slammo. But I recently got a new Slammo rep. So obviously we have like the updated current day Slammo, which is more of like that kind of like big deal, you know, star lifter, which is like one piece. But like, I now have a replica of the older Slammo, which actually had the separate grabbing and lifting arms, which I think is pretty cool to have. And I've like driven the replica before. I've seen the replica be driven by the AI. It's honestly not bad at all. We are having a little bit of trouble with Robot right now. Oh my god. Oh, look at that. It is more than capable of suplexing. It is such a neat little replica, honestly. Oh god. Oh my god. Why can I not? There we go. Oh god. Wait, is my drive... Why is my drive doing this? Oh god. Wait, has my drive died? My drive's being weird. What? Oh no, what did Slammo do? Okay, well, we still have something at least, but like, yeah, our drive is really... Oh no, our drive is completely borked. Like, look at this. No. Oh my god. Come on. There we go, there we go. Nice. Oh god, oh god. Okay, I am stuck. I am struggling. Alright, oh my god. No! Oh no. This is a bad time. This is a very bad time. We are not getting that third point here. Look at that. Slammo is absolutely bodied us here. Alright. Alright, we're still on the hunt for the third point. Let's move on. Still looking for our third point. This time we're taking on Rainbow. Got the wedge ready to deal with Ribot's with Rainbow's spinner. My god, it's not. Oh, there we go. Third point. That was simple enough. This wedge is nice. Alright, let's look for our fourth point now by taking on Rotator. Oh man. Gotta be careful of those exposed wheels. The Rotator could easily get to them. Okay, we just gotta try and suffocate them, really. Come on, that's it, that's it, that's it. Okay, come on. That's it, keep going, keep pushing, keep pushing. Oh my god. That's it, there we go. Oh, come on, we're gonna get that fourth point for sure. I am not backing down, Rotator. I want that fourth point so badly, you don't even know. Let's go. No, dang it. They're still going, they're still going. But so are we. Come on. Give me that fourth point, Rotator. Give me that fourth point, Rotator. Come on. That's it. Boom. There we go. Nice. Oh god. Look at us go. Ooh. Very nice. That's it. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. There we go. Oh, they're on fire. They're still going, though. They're still going. Oh my god, this is a crazy fight. And there we go. That's going to be our fourth point. Oh my god, what a performance. That is something I can hang my... I feel like I can hang my hat on that. That was great. Well, let's move on. For our fifth point now, we're taking on Hijinks. I love this wedge, honestly. This thing is like a brick, honestly. Like, it's crazy. That's it. Keep going. Keep pushing. Oh, I see some smoke coming from Hijinks. Gonna keep the pressure on. Oh gosh. That's it, that's it, that's it. Oh, there we go, there we go. Oh my god. Come on, Hijinks. Give it all you've got. There we go. That's gonna be our fifth point. Let's go. Man, I love using this wedge. I know the ultimate test that I'm going to use next for it. Oh, let's just wait. Let's just wait. Let's just wait. Let's just wait. And yeah, I think we can call it. That's going to be our fifth point. All right, looking for our sixth point now as we take on Tombstone. And this Tombstone replica is a nightmare to take on, honestly. Like, I don't typically take it on just because it is an absolute horrific nightmare a lot of the time. But I feel confident here. Like, there's plenty of potential for us to take each other out. Oh, we've lost the wheel already. Oh, God. But I'm still going. I'm still going strong here. Oh, God. Turn, turn, turn. There we go. There we go. Oh, my God. We got half our drive already gone. Oh gosh. Oh, good grief. Okay, okay. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, okay. We got one wheel left. Oh, yeah, this went well. Alright, well, we're still on the hunt for that 6 point. Alright, we're looking for our 6 point still. Let's go! Whoa. Against Sub-Zero here. Come on, that's it. There we go. Oh, man. Sub-Zero in this, like, can be quite low to the ground and whatnot, but the problem is just, it's not very durable. Like, I've driven Sub-Zero before, and it absolutely can win fights, but, like, from driving it for a while, like, because I like playing these games in my personal time, shocker, like, as much as, like, I upload, like, so much of it on my channel, I play it even more than just that. The Sub-Zero is good, but it is very easy to take out against, like, big, powerful, like, spinners and whatnot. So this feels like a fight that I can very easily win. Look at that. See what I mean? That's the moment I was waiting for, like, the part where something would just explode off of Sub-Zero. You kind of have to... If you want to win with Sub-Zero, you kind of have to end the fight very quickly, which... It's low enough that if you get, like, the right position, you absolutely can do, but it can still be a bit of a nightmare to get that critical shot in. Oh, God. My hours are actually going to be increasing at one of my jobs during December, which is definitely putting the pressure on in terms of getting, like, the videos all ready for December at the time of recording. I'm hopefully not gonna miss an upload, but man, is is that making things awkward. I can tell we're, like, having some issues because of the... Come on, there we go. I feel like the Ribbot, like, the frog skin was actually causing us some issues with clipping through the screw. Okay, that's gonna be our 6th point. Let's move on. Looking for our 7th point. Here we go against Terratops. Oh man, here we go, here we go. Gosh, gotta be careful about this. Oh god. Whoa, okay. This is slightly awkward. The frog thing is, like, realistically, it shouldn't be, like, if this was real life, that would not be a... Okay, for our 7th point still as we take on Duck. Animal fight, animal fight. Oh, God. Okay, we're already off to an amazing start. Oh, come on now. Give me a break, Ribbot. Give me a break. I'm trying to, like... There we go. I was gonna say, like, you can't be telling me that, like, it's that difficult to self-right. No, I can actually continue what the complaint I was gonna say was, is that in real life, there's no way that Ribbot would have that much trouble based on that top frog bit, but I'm assuming it's just a thing of physics will not allow it to be done accurately, so, yeah. Oh, God. There we go, there we go. Just chewing into Duck's side. Mmm, delicious. Oh god, Duck's trying, but failing. Come on, let's keep going. I want that 7 points so badly. I need that 7th point. That's it, that's it. Keep pushing. Ooh, nice try, nice try. Okay, okay. Oh, gosh. There we go. Oh, my God. They've lost one of their wheels. We're trying to, like... I'm hoping I can pluck some more of their wheels off, honestly. Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh, man. There we go. Keep going, keep going, keep ripping, keep tearing. Oh, man. There we go. Huge shot there. That's it. Keep ripping into them. Keep ripping into them. That's it. I see some smoke. Come on. I want smoked duck. I know that, like, it's kind of obvious that they'd be tough, but my word, I was definitely hoping for a knockout by now. But they are not gonna die, are they? Oh, man. Okay, well, at least we made it the full 3 minutes, and I think I can safely say that that is going to be our 7th point. What a crazy fight there, honestly. All right, looking for our 8th point now, and another robot I don't use too often. It's Falcon. I usually use like Hydra. Very rarely I'll use Fusion. We don't use Falcon too often, which, you know, we're going to change that because, you know, I actually don't know how good this Falcon rep is. Like, Falcon obviously isn't the most competitive robot, but I think, like, there is definitely potential for it to be at least an interesting little opponent. Though right now it is just running away from us, so that's great. Come back here, you. Come on, stop running away from me. There we go. And... ooh. Come on, I want that 8th point. I want that 8th point, Falcon. Now, there's a flat... there are those flat sides, so if I was to hit it correctly, I could actually, like, take it out of the running. Nice. Very cool. Very cool. Oh, man. How are they still going? There we go. That's going to be our 8th point. Very nice. They're even on their side. Yeah, that's definitely going to be our 8th point. Let's move on. Looking for our 9th point now as we take on Dragon King. Oh, man, I don't use Dragon King often either, but look at how clean that replica is. It's such a shame, like, it's such an easy point, so I don't use, like, it that often, because that is such a quality replica, and let's move on. Alright, looking for our 10th point as we take on Glitch. Oh, man. Oh. Okay. Come on. That's it. Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah, I forgot Glitch can literally be taken out like that. Come on. Oh, I was really hoping I could knock him over the wall. Alright, well, that's going to be our 10th point. Thank you so much for watching, supporting, becoming a member, and whatnot. Like, it means a lot to me. Thank you so, so much. And I hope to see you all next time. Hope you're all having a great December. And yeah. Bye, guys. Hello, and welcome to the members. Okay, and so today's video, it's another simple one. Yeah, I'm going to be winning 10 fights with Bite Force, but I'm actually trying out the Bite Force replicas by Robotinator here, because don't be wrong, I love the Bite Force rep that I had been using. It was great in many ways, but it was just way too fragile. I just couldn't reason myself to keep using that if there was one that was potentially more durable, you know? Like, because that's the thing, right? Like, Bite Force was always, like, if anything, a rugged robot that could endure a fair amount of abuse, but the one I was using was just getting sniped all the time, and that just didn't, yeah, that's just not realistic to Bite Force. You know, Bite Force was, if anything, a darn tough robot. And we're up against another rugged robot, probably even more rugged in Black Dragon. Okay, we have lost our front 2 wheels, which isn't great, but it's fine. Okay, oh man. We've already done damage to the 2 forks. By the way, if there's a fight you would like, if there's a robot challenge you would like to see, let me know in the comments section down below. I will try to get to as many of them as I can, especially as we approach the new year. Oh my god. Okay. Trying to, like, I'm trying to, like, be careful, because now that I've got, like, only half of the drive. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I've only got 1 wheel left. Okay, this one's definitely more tough than the old replica we were using. Oh, is Black Dragon okay? Oh gosh. Okay. Come on. We're making our way over. We're not really making our way over, but... Oh, God. There we go. There we go. That's it. Come on. Come on, Black Dragon. I only have one wheel. You still have all of your drive. You, like, what's your excuse for being, like, this bad at chasing us down? There we go. Oh, man. Big shot there. Oh, they have ripped off one of our wedgelets. Though we've basically removed their forks from the equation as well. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, God. We might be in some trouble now. You know, I was hoping to do, like, a whole variety of videos today. Oh, we are... Hold on, we need to do an unstick. I was hoping to do, like, a whole variety of videos today, but... Can I just find out... Oh, we're dead. Okay, well, we're still on the hunt for the first point, but... Yeah, actually, I'll continue talking in the next match. Alright, we're still on the hunt for the first point. Now, I wanted to do a bigger variety of videos, this month of December, but truthfully, I didn't think about how much time it would take to prepare that way. Last year, it was, that was the start of, like, when I was doing these challenge videos. That was, like, the early days, so so I just decided, oh, I'll do a challenge every day, seeing as I'm getting so many. And the challenge videos, of course, I'm not saying they're some instantaneous process, but challenge videos, on average, are a lot faster to do than, say, a review video. And I didn't think about that when I was making all these preparations, like, this year. So what I'm going to do next year is I'm actually going to make sure that I'm, like, prepared more next year for December so that I can do that variety that I was hoping to do. At least that's the hope. Obviously, with work, it's going to be interesting to see how I juggle these things from now on. Right now, I'm trying to take Claw Viper out. We are dominating Claw Viper, by the way. Like, it is a very one-sided match. Oh, man. But it is cool to get to see Bite Force taking on all these, like, robots that they've never got to fight, or either never got to fight, or never got to fight in this their most recent forms, because these robots have... Even the robots that we will fight, like, could have evolved quite a bit. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, we are ripping into them now. Oh, God, we're going to have to do an unstick because we are being sucked into the screws. Sucks so much, honestly. I hope, like, I hope you all have an amazing 2025, by the way. Thank you so much, as always, for the support. I think I said it already, but feel free to leave some fight requests down in the comment section down below. Yeah, it's been a crazy year, really. I'm working on several reviews. I actually started on a review of World Championship 3. It's about, like, half done, like, it's been recorded and whatnot. But then, like, because I only had 2 episodes of World Championship 2, but, like, Shadow Rush has helped me with, like, getting at least the fights of the rest of World Championship 2 of BattleBots, so I can review that as well. So I am working on that now. I'm hoping that I can find the full episodes. It's not going to be the end of the world if I can't, because, people mostly will want to see, like, my opinions on the fights, but I feel like it's better with, like, the setup and the build-up of a lot of those, of some of the bigger fights, So I am still looking. Oh, I think we can call that our first point. I'll continue talking in the next fight. Alright, looking for our second point as we take on Cobalt. As I was saying that... Oh, well, okay, that's it. Oh, I think that's already over. Oh, wait, hold on. Will they get counted out? No, they're back. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. I know that they have been stuck like that before in this game, so I was prepared to leave them and just get my second point easy. Okay, got to do an unstick here. Anyway, so when it comes to... But either way, I'm working on that. Of course, I'm going to be doing... The plan is for January, so... Plan for January is BattleBots World Championship 2 reviews, Robot Wars Series 2 reviews, which I've actually nearly got the next one done, and King of Bots reviews to return, because I started that, and I know that there's some viewers who, like, some subscribers who have been, like, waiting for me to get back to that, but I just haven't. So I'm hoping to do more of that as time goes on. One weird thing about having done this for so long now, YouTube and whatnot, especially in the robot combat sphere, is like the types of videos that you know viewers have come to me for has evolved quite a bit. We'll continue this in the next fight as we look next for our third point. Alright, looking for our third point now as we take on Endgame, which is gonna be interesting considering, you know, what Endgame's like. Anyway, as I was saying, because I was looking at the Discord and people talking about like how I now do a lot of Robot Rumble 2 videos. You're basically talking about how I don't do as many Robot Arena 2 videos, which is true. You know, it's just there's so many Robot Rumble 2 replicas going on. Like, the community is actively being updated, so, like, don't get me wrong, I still love Robot Arena 2, but, you know, aside from, like, maybe making some robots, like, aside from, like, the competitions that are still actively going on, there's not, you know, like, I still cover, like, new stuff happening in Robot Arena 2 with the updates to the Beetle pack, the Robot Wars pack, but in, you know, obviously the BattleBots pack ended a while ago, so yeah, I guess just in general it has meant that Robot Arena 2 has gotten less coverage as time gone on. Not to say I still personally love Robot Arena 2. So I was thinking about how some people have, you know, first met me from my Robot Arena 2 videos. There are people who are waiting for me to get back into reviewing robot combat stuff. You know, obviously obviously Robot Rumble 2 seems to be the thing that I get the most comments about. Like, it's the thing I'm doing the most videos about. I actually can't tell if we're stuck or not. I think I have to do an unstick because it looks like we are properly stuck. Hold on. As I was saying, you know, like, then of course there's stuff like Battle RC. There's like some of the alternative games, you know, like the old console ones, the newer ones, you know, like Pitbots, and obviously, like, I had that recent video where the dev team behind Flywheel reached out to for me to do a video covering their game, which it was a lot of interesting discussion there, honestly. Some people asked me, like, you know, considering the game hadn't been updated in a very long time, whatnot, but, like, all I know is that the dev team reached out to me to cover the game, so I don't know their intentions. You know, I just decided I'd be honest, but also go with the idea that maybe they will be updating the game again if they're trying to get word of the game out there, and so I covered some areas I'd like to see improved, but try to remain, like, optimistic that the game will improve with time. Kind of like how I'd done with the other games. You know, Robot Rumble 2, when it first started, of course, had its quirks, but I could see what the dev team were going for, and I wanted to champion it whilst giving feedback, you know? So that's something that I've tried to, like... So I try to be, like, fair and honest. It's something I did as well, even with the likes of Robot Arena 3, where I tried to be honest, but, like, fair. And unfortunately, Robot Arena 3 failed that test, and yeah, so... Oh, gosh. Well, I think it's safe to say we got our third point. Alright, looking for our fourth point now. Now, with the fact that there is obviously a lot of expectations for different types of content, I often try to think to myself, like, how do I try to somewhat balance, like, you know, what people are hoping from the channel, whilst, you know, obviously doing what I want to do overall. So, obviously, I think Robot Rumble 2 is, like, at the moment at least, the main game, because it's got, like I said, the most active, updated replicas, like, you know, so if I'm looking at, like, the latest thing going on, like, Robot Rumble 2 is also, like, the one that people seem to want to see the most at the moment, so that just seems like the obvious choice to go for, is Robot Rumble 2 will probably get the most coverage, but Battle RC, you know, Pitbots, Robot Arena 2, I'm still absolutely going to be doing them. You know, I'm hoping to not go too game heavy with the channel, but at the same, it's very tough though, because, like, but I'm hoping to balance it out somewhat more with, like, reviews and such, because, you know, I want to get back into doing the reviews. It's just, it's been a bit time-consuming, that's all. I can't move at all, by the way. Okay, well, we're still on the hunt for the fourth point. Let's move on. Alright, still looking for our fourth point. This time we're fighting Big Dill. not many people have this rep of Big Deal because Walt ended up like taking it down last I checked, but this is like based off of the most recent version of Big Deal. The reason being is because for some reason the zip file's getting false flagged as a virus for a lot of people downloading, which was, you know, not great for Watt there because it was stressing Watt out why that was happening. Sorry, as I was saying, so obviously like I want to keep doing like the gaming content. I think I got my wording wrong because I said like Robo Rumble 2 will probably still end up being the most used game, but like that wasn't, but that completely like missed what I was actually going to try and say. What I mean to say is like it obviously will still end up probably being the most, oh, we're dead already. It'll probably still end up being the most used game just because it's the most readily updated by the community and whatnot, but I'm hoping to give a little bit more time to the likes of Robo Arena 2, Battle RC, you know, and the like, because I don't want it to be so lopsided, because I have definitely covered Robot Rumble 2 a lot, so I want to try and, like, fix that balance. I accidentally ended up saying essentially the opposite in the last battle. I do apologize for the confusion there, but if you are hoping for more Robot Arena 2 content, more Battle RC content, etc., etc., I'm hoping to try and fix that balance somewhat as we go on. I guess have some patience with me. The very first video of this year is actually a 2-hour long, or nearly 2-hour long video with Iron Ore, which actually takes place in Battle RC, Pit, Robot Arena 2, and Robot Rumble 2. So that's 3 different games. So I guess that's the first start on that journey. Alright, still looking for our 4th point. This time we're fighting Bloodsport. But yeah, I'm hoping to like make it more of a balance of like the types of games. Obviously, like I said, Robot Rumble 2 will probably end up still getting the most if it continues like with that getting the most regular updates, but I'm hoping to fix that somewhat. I also know that some people would probably like to see more of those like ranking robots videos, so I'm hoping to do more of those. That like if that becomes more of a thing, that like will probably only be a like at most once a month type of deal, just to give time for the community and whatnot. Like I feel like it'd be a bit awkward demanding the community to hand your robots over, like, more than that. And that's, like, at most. So, I don't know how often that would be if I do make that more than, like, a, you know, once, more off, you know, if I make that a regular thing. But we'll see. Anyway, God, this is really tough. I can't get the hit I need to tip Bloodsport over. If I could do that, then this fight would be over. But, like, so far, Bloodsport just keeps knocking us away before we get that chance. As I was saying, though, like, when it comes to, so that's one thing. I also want to try and do more reviews. I'm hoping to do it just more regularly, just in general, like, at least 1 review a week. But again, that is obviously time dependent on if I can balance it with work life, so we'll see how that goes. But I'm hoping to get back into doing the reviews and whatnot. Oh gosh. And of course I want to try and spend a little bit more time again on the second channel, my TheDominus, which is where I do stuff like game reviews and other content, because I have like a backlog of like content that I started working on for TheDominus that's kind of taken a back seat, because obviously I want to focus primarily, I want to ensure that the main channel doesn't suddenly just go quiet. Oh gosh. Okay, we're being... Oh, you are kidding me! Really? Really? Okay, let's move on. Alright, now we're trying to beat Hypershock for our 4th point. I am struggling to get these points. Don't be wrong, this Bite Force is clearly more reliable, but my god, like, it's clear, like, the design of Bite Force is starting to show a little bit of age. It's still very good, but very good for back then, like, that's... Like, keep in mind, like, how long ago this design first came to be. Like, it's been, like, it's getting closer to, like, a decade now, isn't it? Like, crikey. Like, Let's Grabber and Lifter Bite Force was 2015, which was, you know, nearly 10 years ago now. So, we are getting, like, to this design being quite old in, like, robot combat age, to be honest with you. So, we do have to keep that in mind. Oh my god. Oh man, this is not going well for us right now. Like, our forks are all being ripped. Our wedges have all been, like all but one have been ripped off, and I'm having a hard time dealing with Hypershock, honestly. Look at this. Oh god, gotta be careful here. Oh no, oh no, ooh. Okay. There goes a wheel! Okay, we're doing... That's a good sign. That's a very promising sign. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. There we go. There we go. Also, oh, that reminds me, another thing that like, when it comes to content that people have come to me for, I'm noticing more and more people that have, like, either come to know me for my streams, or have been just wanting to see me stream more. Like, for instance, like the Roblox game stream. That was one thing that's proving to be a little bit of a hassle, especially with streams. Like, videos is one thing, right? Like, as videos, they're pre-recorded. If someone misses the premiere, they usually just check the video out later. Streams are a whole other thing because, like, part of the appeal is trying to get there to be live. Like, yeah, you can see the VOD, but for some, that's never going to quite be the same. But, you know, especially because VODs can be very, very long. And admittedly, one thing that can be a bit of a nightmare is juggling when I can fit a stream in with, like, the many, many time differences of the audience. Because, you know, I've literally learned that, like, when it comes to the time differences, like, there is no good spot, really. Because, like, if I do it earlier in the day, then I'll be in time for, like, some of the people, like, in more, like, Eastern countries. I think Bifrost has stopped working again. You know, but that's going to be, like, tough to squeeze in for myself. And, of course, US viewers might still be just waking up by then. We're still on the hunt for the 4th point. My god. Alright, looking to fight Deep 6 for our 4th point. But, of course, you know, if we do it later to accommodate people in the US, then it becomes a thing of, well, the people in, like, you know, other countries... you know, like, Tenny, for instance, but, like, from what I can tell, if they're there for a premiere at, like, 4 in my time, which would be more like 11 for some of the people in the States, it ends up being a thing that's probably the last thing Tenny might do before they go to bed, it seems like. Like, it's a shame, really, because I don't have, like, a good option for that, aside from just do what I'm usually doing and try to, like... I don't really have a good option, to be honest with you. Like, I guess all I can do there is have some streams start earlier, some streams start later. But ultimately, I think the ultimate deciding factor is just when can I fit streams in. I've got plenty of stream ideas I'd like to do. A lot of them are going to be non-robot related. Like, there's going to be the robot ones still, of course. Because I know that there's... I'm going to go insane. I'm going to go insane! Well, you know, because there's obviously part 2 of, like, the fights request stream that I probably am going to end up doing at some point. There's, you know, like, all kinds of stuff, really. Like, you know, like, there's a lot of stuff I can do. There's, like, I want to bring back Fuck It, and 1 or 2 of those is going to be, like, live. I don't know. We'll figure things out, of course, but, yeah. Like, also, but there's, like, a whole bunch of, like, non-robot games I'd like to do as well. I want to finally get Thousand Year Door out of its plastic wrap. Alright, we're finding Jackpot now. For our 4th point. We're still trying to get our 4th point. This has been crazy how tough this has actually ended up being. I can't believe it. I do know January is going to be pretty tough because I don't know if it's like because I know that my work right now is actually, well, one of my jobs is like scheduling me for more hours. I think it is just for the January period, just because that's going to be an especially busy time. It could be permanent. I don't believe so. But if it ends up being a permanent thing, then that's something I'm going to accommodate for as well. So I will say I want to stream more, but I can't. That's one thing I certainly cannot make any promises on. Okay, this is ridiculous. The only thing I could do there was just... Okay. Okay. That's it. That's it. I'm just going to keep doing this for a little bit. Okay. Alright. Ah, good. Finally, we got our 4th point. We're not even halfway.
3.
Alright, looking for our 5th point now as we take on a robot that's surprisingly OP in video game form. It's Axolotl. So, I'm a little nervous about this one, truthfully, because Axolotl can actually be quite a pain. Oh, we might have actually already done it. Never mind. Well, that's our 5th point. Let's go. Oh, man. Alright, looking for our 6th point now as we take on another classic BattleBots reboot machine. Lockjaw, another robot that went from, like, lifter to, like, one of the more potent spinners out there. Although, saying that, like, oh god, I think we've taken their spinner out. We are being pushed under the screws, so the, oh god, the lag. Back off, Lockjaw. You are actively killing our frame rate. Get out of here. There goes their spinner. Okay, let's go. Wow, we're getting our 6 point a lot for. Oh, get bent. Oh. I'm hoping, you know, I as always hope to do like a variety of content over time, but like, you know, that's more in the lines of stuff I can't really predict that I'll do for 2025, because that kind of is just more, that's usually spur of the moment rather than planned out things. Like I said, I want to bring back my Fuck It series. Like, I haven't done that in a good while. Sometimes Fuck It does take a bit of a hiatus, but I would like to bring that back now. And I've got, like, a few people that I've talked about doing it with. Tenny, we're going to be doing, like, a mini one. The Orcorp, me and them have been wanting to do a live one for ages, but just... it's just in a case, like, the timing has never worked out, because, you know, like the motivation on Orc's end, the busyness on my end, like, it's just, it's always been a bit of a headache trying to get that to work, but it is still something I'd really like to do. Plus, of course, like, I think, like, Sajaris wants to do one with the Robo Wars pack. I could be mistaken there, but, like, yeah, like, it is something where I've got the people, we've got the rough plans, it's just getting down and recording it, which recording sessions for Fuck It tend to be quite long. Like, they usually are, end up being, like, several hours long. And, of course, I do know that people want to see the first ever Robot Rumble 2 Fuck It. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting seeing. Because, you know, that's something that I need to figure out, really. There we go. Alright, that's going to be our 6th point. Let's go! Oh, my God, this has been tough.
2.
Alright, looking for our 7th point now as we take on Monsoon, and we might have already just gotten it. Come on, we're not done with Monsoon. We're not making it that easy. Come on. Come on. Oh, gotta get up to speed. Give me a second. Alright. There we go. There we go. Oh, gotta get up to speed again. Okay. Okay. There we go, there we go. I love just playing when I can unequivocally just play around with my opponents in this. Oh man, that's always a fun bit of like these challenge videos. Obviously for the members, there is plans to still, like, as always, if I do a challenge, I plan on doing a members only challenge. In fact, I did kind of fall behind with some of that in the past, but I'm hoping to really kind of bounce back with that again. You know, so every time you see a challenge, hopefully there should be a members only one alongside it. Well, that's going to be our 7th point. Let's move on.
3.
Alright, still,
2,
now we're looking for our 8th
1.
point as we take on Manta. Oh god, this is going to go well. I can already tell because our wedgelets are already starting to get ripped off. Oh god, oh god, ooh lordy. Oh my god, that was a hell of a shot there. Okay, I can't move. Oh, I'm getting sucked in, aren't I? Hold on, we got in an unstick. Okay. Oh my god! Okay. Oh my god. We're still moving, even though we are just a box at this point. We're basically war easy right now. Like, that's what we look like. Oh god. Actually, while we're having like a candid conversation, we're going to move on from this fight, actually. We'll do the candid conversation. Alright, still looking for our 8th point here as we take on Ribot. Anyway, it's on to the candid conversation. So, one thing that I had to talk about recently in my Discord server was just about, like, being respectful, like, about, like, when it comes to talking about, like, the robots and whatnot, because, like, the thing is, right, is that, like, I think it kind of gets lost, especially when you see stuff like the whole Riptide thing, where it felt like, I'm actually really upset. Like, I literally just started talking. Still looking for that 8th point. We take on Ripperoni. But like, the thing is that like the reason we need to, we need to be like, I was saying how we need to be more respectful because obviously there's like real people that make these robots that spend way more time and money than we'd like to admit, even on like even if you think about like the worst robot you could possibly think of, it'll have taken more time, money, and effort than you would like to imagine, and it can obviously, you know, like it's just straight up unfair to be like essentially dogpiling a robot, you know? So I try to avoid doing that myself. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm sure there's been times where I've slipped up and whatnot. But that's why I like to try and focus more on the positives of, you know, what I enjoy more than, you know, being like, oh, this robot sucks, you know? I try to focus more on, oh, wow, this robot's really good, you know, this robot, like, these are the robots that I'm the most excited to see, you know, that kind of thing. Because I feel like it's better to focus on those positives than to dogpile on robots that, you know, are trying their best, really. Okay, well, that's going to be our 8th point. And, you know, that's just something I'm hoping to continue. You know, that's why you like, even if I say I don't quite like a robot, I try to avoid getting too negative in my reviews, just because it doesn't seem fair to essentially attack a bunch of builders, really. Alright, we're looking for our 9th point now as we take on Sawblaze. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. Oh, lordy. No. No. Actually, oh, gosh. Like, some of my favorite robots of all time are ones that aren't necessarily, like, the most competitive machines anymore, or maybe never were the most competitive machines. Like, sure, I love me a good competitive machine, like Minotaur, for instance, but, oh god. I don't think a robot has to be the robot that wins the absolute most to get my support. Plus, what about all the great, you know, joke robots over the years? You know, the likes of, you know, Dietor and whatnot, like, robots that, you know, like, may not be the most effective, but can, you know, but have their fans for other reasons. So I just don't see the point in being overly negative. Or robots that are trying something different. Like, yeah, like, the thing about, like, something like Ripperoni, for instance. Ripperoni can only exist if builders are willing to try, like, different things and potentially fail, you know? I mean, people were dogpiling on, like, Starchild, for instance, but Starchild can only, but, like, for every Star Child, you get, like, a robot like Ripperoni or something which actually does really well. Oh, God. Oh, no. Okay, so we're still looking for that, like, we're trying to get the... Oh, wait, are they beached? No, they're not. I really thought for a second there. Oh, God. And, of course, there's a bunch of robots that may not be that effective, but, like, you think about how old the design, like, the robot is, that it's a miracle that it's still as competitive as it is, and that in itself is impressive. Like, Behemoth or Gigabyte, you know, they may not... I don't think Gigabyte's going to win the Giant Nut, but the fact that a shell spinner like that is still so, like, as competitive as it is, like, it's impressive. Alright, still looking for our 9 points. We take on Shredded Bro. Plus, if we dogpile on, like, teams for a few bad runs, we may risk the chance of not seeing them, like, they may get too discouraged to have that breakthrough moment. Take Shredded Bro, for instance. They struggled for a few years with Pain Train, but Shredded Bro had, like, a rocky start in the beginning, but it really picked up in the end, and I feel Shredded Bro has a lot of potential, you know, if it gets accepted into World Championship 8. So again, that's another reason I don't like to dogpile on teams, because, you know, it could be that they really do just have to work out a few kinks, and sometimes it can take a few years before we get to that point. Plus, I just love plain old variety in robot combat. Anyway, this is for our 10th point, as we take on Vertigo. At least I think it's our 10th point. I kind of lost track because it's very late at the time I'm recording this, which is probably why I'm talking, just rambling so much. Hopefully you're enjoying the rambling nonetheless. But that's why I tend to try and keep more positive than negative in my videos, just because I'd rather, like, even if, like, that's the thing. I like the joke robots. I like the unique robots that are trying something new. If a robot's having a bad run, or a team's just got some bad luck, I don't begrudge them that, because, like, they're clearly trying their best. You know, and I want to see, like, if that team or that robot can work out all the kinks to potentially be, like, a genuinely, you know, competitive, like, force. Or if they can at least be entertaining. Again, that's another thing, actually. Like, you know, when there's so many competitive robots, only so many can actually, you know, reach that point. you know, for a robot to win, a robot has to lose. And so that's another thing to keep in mind. It's just, oh my god, did I rip out like the actual ESC of the robot there? My god. That's something else to keep in mind. So I don't expect robots to have flawless winning streaks. For all we know, Huge may not do as well next season. It probably will still get to the round of 32, but maybe it'll find some robots that know how to deal with it next time. Anyway, that's the Bite Force challenge. That was a long-winded ramble to say, like, from my perspective, I never like being like overly negative because there's usually some reason to because it just seems unfair to dogpile on robots. Even when the Riptide controversy was happening, I tried to not let that color what I was saying too much, you know. And I hope like if any teams see my reviews that they feel like that I'm trying, like I hope that they feel like I'm being fair and reasonable. But I guess I probably won't know for certain. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys! Hello, everyone, and welcome to another members-only video. It is currently the good old Christmas season. I have been eating, drinking, and being merry, so I'm not at 100% today, but oh man, I'm having a great time today. I hope you all are as well this Christmas season. Today we're going to try and win 10 fights with Apollo. But after a few glasses of wine, I don't know how I'm going to do. Last time I did a challenge session like this would have been like... The last time I did a session like this would have been like over a year ago when I did that Double Jeopardy challenge. If you remember, it was like a Double Jeopardy challenge on Robot Arena 2, where it was like I have to win 10 fights, and if I don't, then I have to do a shot. Except only shot glass I had was a double shot glass, so I was essentially just doing 2 shots of like vodka every time I lost a fight. The funny thing, the less funny thing was that the problem was that obviously alcohol takes a moment to like actually set in. So I'd only like gotten as far as tipsy, and it was after I'd finished recording that actually hit for me. That's gonna be our first point, by the way. Looking for our second point now as we take on Behemoth. I've gone for Behemoth Evo because then the AI actually feels a little bit more control, because the AI slips and slides around the Behemoth like other one. So we got Behemoth Evo here. Oh god, we're trapped under the arena floor flipper. Oh god, Behemoth's gonna beat Apollo again, aren't they? No, I actually can't get free. Oh, thank you, Behemoth. You truly are a friend. Oh man, what did you guys get for Christmas? I got mainly gaming stuff because that's my whole jam. My mum got me a copy of Super Mario 64 because it was cheap, and like cheap by Mario 64 standards. So of course, couldn't pass up on that. A copy of Ico for the PlayStation 2, and the best game of all, Toki Going Ape Spit for the Sega Mega Drive. My brother got me an Xbox One because a while back, because I like collecting games, I actually, for a reasonable price, aka like more than he would have gotten like selling them second hand from like to a shop, but less than I would get from buying from the same second hand shop, bought a bunch of Xbox games. I was able to play his Xbox and Xbox 360 games because we had an Xbox 360. But his Xbox One stopped working long ago, so he got me an Xbox One, so now I can play like Dark Souls 3 and Halo the Master Chief Collection. The only Xbox games of his that I don't have are... Well, I guess that's the second point. But the only Xbox games of his that I didn't get were his original Xbox 360 Halo games, and, obviously the first 2. But I already have, like, Halo 2 on Xbox, because I found, like, one of those steel covered ones, which from what I remember hearing are, like, really, actually way more common than you'd think. Anyway, that's our second point. Looking for our third point now as we take on Manta! 2 of the biggest flippers in the UK scene. Oh, man. One concern I have whenever people talk about, like, UK flippers making it over to the US is... The problem is that, like, the biggest problem is that UK flippers haven't really been designed with, like, some of the advancements that the US scene has had in effect. Oh my god! Forks, spinner, like vertical spinners. Like, I don't think that the advancements have really come there yet. Because obviously a lot of the lives, because the UK, now that if Robot was still a thing, I imagine those things would have come with time. But the Robot Wars got cancelled, so there's only like Extreme Robots and Robots Live, which Extreme Robots can only have spinners at like half power, I think. Looking for our 4th point now. But yeah, I feel like that's one big problem, is that so if Orion ever did make it to BattleBots, it would struggle a lot more than I think people would like to think. Even had it come a few years ago, just because like the competitive scene has changed so much over in BattleBots, because obviously it gets to have full powered spinners and all this other stuff, whereas the UK is like running on very different, like in a very different situation, you know. Not to say that like the big flippers aren't amazing. I love flippers like Apollo and Eruption and whatnot. Like, I love a good flipper, but it's just like, how well would it do in BattleBots? That's a very different environment. Even back in the day, I feel like even when you had like an active like competition in both UK and US, I feel like how well a robot would do in one competition versus another would differ differently, you know, quite heavily, really. Sure, you'd have your standouts like Sunaway Archie and whatnot, but a robot like Nightmare, for instance, who knows how it would have done, because a good flipper might have just gotten underneath and tipped it over. Maybe not, but like, you get what I'm trying to say. Like, I feel like the differences were going to exist anyway, and the fact that the UK scene really doesn't get the preparations, I feel like kind of works against them, really. Not to say that the UK teams aren't able to adapt, like, once they know what they're up against, because we've seen how well the likes of Beta and Slammos have been adapting a lot. Like, you know, I don't think, like, I feel like some people don't, like, trying to get my words right. You know, Slammo has done a lot to, like, adapt with, like, the ever-changing presence of what BattleBots are like. Hold on. Is Carbide okay, or is it getting canned out? Okay, it is still good, I guess? Oh my god. Come on, I want that 4th point. I think it's our 4th point. Oh yeah, it's definitely our 4th point. Oh no! Oh man. Alright, still looking for our 4th point. This time we're fighting Merlin. But I think, like, to give an idea of what I'm trying to say, like, obviously UK teams can adapt. And I think that a lot of the designs do still have a lot of merit, because, I mean, designs like Betas, which has been around for a very long time, can still be, like, surprisingly competitive even now. But I think the problem is that, like, to give an idea on how different the UK versus US scene is in Robots Live, you can still have robots like Tornado compete. Whereas, obviously, if Tornado went over to BattleBots with a full power spinner like Endgame, that would be heartbreaking to watch. Anyway, that's our 4th point. Okay, looking for our 5th point now. So, like, a design like Apollo, aka Orion, oh my god. Sorry, Two-Headed Death Flamingo, I do genuinely love you, but... oh, that was funny as hell. It would take a lot of refiguring out the classic UK wedge flipper design that has been doing so well for all these years. Like, against a robot like Tombstone, that might be one thing if, like, an Ironall robot, for instance, went up against them. But against, like, a design like Endgame, for instance, that would require a whole lot of rethinking. Looking for our 6th point. Oh my god, it's Robots Live all over again. We're fighting Tornado. Oh god, but we're not putting on a show like they would over in Robots Live, so I'm not gonna be merciful to a former Robot Wars champion. I think it's pretty cool that Tornado still works. Like, whenever I see an old school robot that still, like, works as well as like Tornado does, I find that really impressive. Like, when I saw, like, because they were in the spot that, like, Bigger Brother would take before, where it would fight, like, Apollo and Behemoth in, like, a rumble, and I just think that is genuinely extremely cool. Like, obviously, these old school robots are gonna really struggle in modern competition, but to get to see them in a fight like that, I think that's really cool, honestly. You know, getting to see Tornado, you know, drive one more time. Oh god. I think that's the reason why I don't like doing negative content, honestly. It's why, like, I'm not saying I've never been negative, obviously I have, but I find it such a difficult thing to do, personally, because, like, from my perspective, I'm always like, there's very few times where I'm like, oh, this thing's terrible. Like, you know, if Tornado appeared in a season of BattleBots, I'd be like, whoa, what's Tornado gonna do in BattleBots? You know, like, oh man, oh god. I like to be optimistic, because this is obviously a thing that oh my god, I've lost to Tornado. I've lost to Tornado. We're just gonna move on, I guess. I'm still looking for, what is it, our 6 point? Let's go against Switch here. Oh god, Switch rode right over our wedge there. I'm hoping in 2025 to attend an Extreme Robots and a Robots Live event. You know, I was going over it like, you know, that's something I would like to do. Not like, I want to say stress, not like as a competitor. I'm nowhere near, like, at that point yet, despite how long I've been doing robot combat content. But I actually want to go in person to one of those events and just watch the robots fling each other around. Because I've admittedly only ever been someone who's watched heavyweights in, like, pre-recorded formats. And going to BattleBots would require me to fly all the way over to America, which I'm a little too... Unfortunately, I am just straight up not, you know, too busy to do that at the moment. That's, of course, on the old bucket list. Go see BattleBots over in the US. RoboGames would have been on that list, but now the arena does, like, genuinely make me nervous. Like, listen, I would love to, like, ironically go, look at me, I'm in RoboGames, you know, even with, like, all the controversies, but, like, when it's, like, actually potentially dangerous, it's, like, the joke doesn't really work if, like, I can risk actually getting hurt, you know? So, you know, I'd like to go to, like, Extreme Robots, Robots Live, and BattleBots at some point. Still in for that 6 point as we take on Concussion! The worst bit is I know this rep's actually really, really good, so I have to drive, like, I have to be a little bit more precise here. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. It's, like, actually one of the better drum reps that I've got, like, because it actually can do a lot of damage. It's surprisingly tough from what I've seen. Oh god. Like, it's one that I'm worried about, because, like, a lot of the drum reps, you don't see me use them all too much, because, obviously, like, the big problem is that a lot of the drum reps that I have will die pretty easily. Okay, I've got to get close to the pit. Oh, no, we're out of flips. They took out our CO2. This really is not going well. Alright, still looking for our 6 point. It's time to go over to the iron ore robots to hopefully get a few points. Or potentially get thrown out because, oh god. I know not everyone's a big fan of the iron ore machines, but I do have, like, a soft spot for them. I think it's, like, when it comes to, like, the, like, definitive wedge designs, like, they seem to have really figured out the wedge design, like, to a degree that, like, a lot of teams just straight up haven't. Like, the fact that they've, like, got several, like, wedge flippers that are, like, on the higher end of the UK scene, it feels like. That's pretty impressive, all things considered. Like, if you were to talk... Like, I don't think they get, like, first place, typically, but if you want to talk about, like, jack of all trades, they might be some of the better jack of all trades, like, in the UK scene. They're like the Team Waiachi of the UK scene, where they'll come in with, like, several robots, and you'll struggle to see one of them, like, do really that poorly. Again, you're seeing me be like, this is my, like, I always like being positive, because to me, like, oh god, even though it's like a constant joke how many iron ore robots there are, I just think it's cool that they managed to make them all so competitive that you'll still see even Iron Ore 5 competing to this very day, despite how old it's gotten. We're our 7th point, and we're just taking a small break before we go in Iron Ore crazy, because I do have other UK reps that I can use. I'm trying to avoid too many, like, majorly classic season robots, like, unless they're, like, beyond 80 kilos, I guess. So you may see Panic Attack later on in this video, depending on how bad this gets. But, like, oh god. I'm having a hard time just corralling terahertz the way I'd want to corral them, honestly. It does seem the AI has not got a clue on what to do with us either. Oh, nice work. Oh, man. The crazy thing is I've got to work tomorrow. Thankfully, I'll be fine, because, like, it's still early enough in the day that I can just sleep everything off. But, man, that's going to be our 7th point. I think I'm more thinking from the perspective of, dang, I got to work tomorrow. That sucks. Oh, man. Okay, trying to get our 8th point by beating Iron Ore 8, by the way. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. Gonna try and, like, find a way around Iron Ore 8 here, because I'm pretty sure... Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay! We're off to a great start. Oh, God. I am definitely looking to do more reviews in 2025. I'm hoping So I'm going to be doing, like, trying to do preparations for December 2025. I might, like, set up, like, reviews for one of the reboot seasons, because I'd love to cover some of that, because I think that the problem is it's always a little bit marred by, it's a shame that it kind of, like, it started off a little bit sluggish with Series 8, and, you know, like, it was a bit sluggish because they were still, like, because the UK scene was, like, coming to grips with, like, spinner combat again and whatnot, and then, like, by Apollo, and then by Series 10, when it was, like, going full speed ahead, it felt like a true competitor. Like, Series 10 was still one of my favorite seasons of all time. That's when it got cancelled, which sucks. But I'm hoping that we can just remember just how good it was when I do that. Still looking for our 8th point. Here we go, taking on Rusty. Oh, God. Okay. Come on, let's get around Rusty here. Alright, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Oh, not quite, not quite. No! Come on. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Okay, come on. That's it, that's it. Okay. Oh. Come on. We're positioning ourselves here. Look at that big flip right there. Come on. If we can just get this right, we can absolutely throw Rusty and send them flying. Let's go. All right, looking to find Iron Ore 6 now. Here we go. All right. Oh, the Robot Wars match. I remember thinking that it would be pretty cool when Iron Ore 6 like entered into Robot Wars, the reboot season. But of course, unfortunately, Iron Ore, the flipper ended up just never working, which is like probably one of the biggest arguments I could have. Like, if a robot has a dud run, that there's still plenty of promise in a robot. Like, maybe just things just didn't work out right. Because Iron Ore 6 is absolutely, like, it's an Iron Ore robot, so it's definitely capable. It just had an absolute, like, it had the worst run that it could possibly have. Like, it seemed like whatever, like, it had the worst case scenario kind of run that a flipper could have, where it just could never get the flipper working. I wonder, like, how, well, it's been a while since I've properly watched Series 10, so I definitely want to rewatch it at some point, just because I want to see, like, how it went so badly wrong. Oh, man. Oh, God. I think I remember, like, back, like, even John Reed actually said back in the day, like, the air was so cold that, like, because, like, a lot of the robots use CO2, that, like, it was actually causing, like, the canisters to have trouble on terahertz even to fire properly. So maybe, like, that could have been part of it. I don't remember. It's been a while. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Iron Ore 6 is, like, giving us hell right now. No! Come on, come on. Gosh. Alright. The pit's been opened. Oh, God. Alright. Whoa! Well, that's going to be our 9th point, I'm pretty sure. One more point to go. It's the ultimate fight we all were hoping to see. Oh, God. Come on for our 10th point. Let's try and flip over Sir Kill-A-Lot. Oh, God. Oh, my God. They are hefty. I think the other thing about Sir Kill-A-Lot in the reboot was, like, Robo Challenge, aka the people who went on to make, like, Spectre and Quantum, made a robot that, like, was... I think I remember hearing that it's extremely bottom-heavy. Alright. Can we possibly push them into the pit? Oh, God. Come on. Come on. Come on. We flipped them over. Now we're going to try and pit them. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, very cool, very cool. Okay, let's just position ourselves here. Come on. Push, push, push. Push. Oh my god. Okay, we lost, but I still tipped them over twice. Hey, I'm pretty happy about that. Alright, still looking for our 10th point as we take on for another robot that I loved in the Robot Wars days. Obviously, we saw Jason Marsden go on to be like probably one of the best additions to beta we've ever seen. Oh. Well, that went well. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for being a member. I'll see you all next time. Leave some challenges you might like to see in the comment section down below, and I hope you either have a happy holidays or a very Merry Christmas. I'll see you all next time. Hey, and welcome to the members. Okay, so I wanted to do something a little bit different today, and try to win. I'm probably going to end up trying 5 to 10 fights with Chaos 2. Well, that's going to be. This could actually be easy to do 10. But yeah, we'll do something a little bit different. Alright, now we're fighting Terahertz for our 2nd point. Oh god, Terahertz is so super aggressive. Okay. Alright, come on. That's it, that's it. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god, okay. And twist. There we go. Come on. There we go, our 2nd point. This should be a quicker video, honestly. Alright, looking for our 3rd point as we take on Iron Ore 3, aka White Knight. Okay. And oh gosh. Oh no, oh no. Come on. Oh gosh. Okay, the pit's been opened. Okay, we gotta. Okay, there we go. Oh no. Chaos 2's not good against this kind, like, modern, more modern wedge flipper design. There we go. Okay. Let's go! Alright, it's a grand final rematch. As with... Okay, I was going to say, sorry, Hypnodisc wasn't moving and I got a little bit worried that I was going to have to restart the match because I thought for a second there they were being, like, I'd somehow set it to player control. Thankfully not. Well, there we go. That's our 4th point. Alright, looking for our 5th point now as we take on Iron Ore 5. There we go. Oh, Iron Ore 5. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god, we might be in deep trouble now. Look at this. Okay. Oh gosh. Oh jeez, we're being juggled here. And obviously, if it's easy for us to get out of the arenas, think about how easy it would be for Iron Ore 5 here. Oh, but it's not gonna be because we got our 5th point. Alright, looking for our 6th point now. Come on, it's funny when I find it funny whenever I just bring the 50 Iron Ore robots in. Oh, we're not getting our 6th point by beating Iron Ore 6 though. They just... Whoa! Alright, still looking for our 6th point as we take on Behemoth. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh, they've got us. They've got us in a bad spot right here. Okay, come on. Okay, they're pinning us. We're going to have to hit the home key, unfortunately. Alright, let me just... Blip. There you go, Behemoth. Okay, Behemoth, I try to help you. I'm going to get that 6th point now. Mercy over. Let's move on. Looking for our 7th point now. We're taking on Iron Ore 7. Oh, God. Oh, God. And it's getting worse every time we find another Iron Ore. Alright, looking for our 7th point still. This time we're fighting Dietor. Alright, let's... I noticed that, like, the Dietor rep is actually, like, really overweight. Like, it's in, like, the hundreds of kilos. Like, it's, like, over 110 kilos. Like, it is really weighty. Also, why is the AI doing this? Oh, God. Oh, no. I get the feeling Dietor has not been, like, AI'd properly. Alright, hold on. Let's just see if we can get this. There we go. Like, look at how hard it is for Chaos 2 to push them. That's going to be our 7th point. There we go. My goodness. Alright, looking for our 8th point. Okay, don't worry. This is the last one. Oh, God. Oh, it did just get worse and worse. Alright, looking for our 8th point still. This time we're fighting Panic Attack. I do love that we're getting more Robot Wars reps, honestly. Oh, there we go. Looking for our 9th point now as we take on Pussycat. It's just cool, really, to have all these, like robots, to see other competitions represented, and we're moving on. Oh, God, old versus new. Let's even get our 10th point by beating Apollo. Oh, God. You know, if they got the chance, I get the feeling that a team... Oh, my God, we actually did it. I get the feeling Team Apollo would love to have a fight like this in Robots Live. Because I love seeing like those fights where they get like an old robot against Apollo and Behemoth. Look at that. Incredible. Well, thank you all so much for watching. I thank you so much for the support as always. As you've been seeing, there's a lot more members-only challenges coming out just because right now there's a lot of challenges just coming out as we finish off December. So expect a few more in the coming days. If you want to see anything specific, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you all next time. Bye! Hello everyone, I just turned the microphone on, and I just want to say hello to the members. It's good to see you all once again. We got another members-only challenge right here. This time with Cobalt, we're going to be getting 10 wins with Cobalt, which I suspect is either going to be really easy or really difficult, because obviously the unconventional shape means that it's not going to be the easiest thing to get the hits we want, but at the same time, Cobalt hits like a truck. Oh, there's a bit of a problem here with the forks. The forks have glitched out. Okay, can we drive? Okay, the forks aren't glitching anymore. That's good. Oh my god! Okay, we're still good. We're still good. I don't know why. Oh god. That was a weird issue right there, honestly. Okay. Oh god. That is some good damage right there. Come on. Look at that. Oh god. Okay, again, the forks are giving us some issues. Come on. Oh god. There we go. Nice. Come on. That's it. That's it. Come on, Copperhead. That's it. Come on, Cobalt. We gotta kill Copperhead. Oh my god. Closing in. Oh Jesus. Oh gosh. It's like normally the drum spinner reps die really easily. I noticed that with Minotaur at least. This Copperhead rep though, it has got like that kind of hardiness that you would expect from Copperhead in real life. That's pretty cool. Oh my god. Oh, there's a fire. Is this the end for Copperhead? Let's find out. Come on. No, they're still going. They're on fire, for goodness sake. Oh, man. Oh, look at that. That's going to be our first of 10 points. Let's go. Oh, wait. No, no, they're still going. Oh, my God. You are joking. Come on. Oh, wrong button, wrong button, wrong button. I meant to press the 1 button, and my hand traveled too far up the keyboard. Oh, ho, ho. Oh my god. I feel pretty confident calling this my first point anyhow, but you know, we didn't get the kill like I was hoping for. We did disable their weapon though, and clearly we did some major damage to them. Oh my god. Oh! We ripped their drum out! That's definitely our first point. Alright. Here we go now. We're fighting the cluster bot of Mortician and Catcog now. Alright. Obviously, I don't want the cluster to attack each other too much, so we're going to try and deal with them as best as we can. Oh god. Okay, Catcog is quite low to the ground. Okay, we're getting pinned. I can't really do much because we're currently beached on Mortician Spinner. I will have to hit the home key if it doesn't... Okay. Okay, right now we are just getting pinned again. Look at this! This is ridiculous. Okay. Oh my god. This is absolutely ridiculous. Like, this is really, like, what the fight's gonna be? Come on now. Okay. Oh my god. No, no, come on. Okay. Oh, okay. That's it. There we go. Back away, back away, back away. Oh my god. Whoa! Okay. Go for Mortician real quick. Oh my god, we are struggling to get under Catcog, like, at all. Oh god, there we go. Oh my god. Okay, Kakong's still going. This is ridiculous. Oh, nice work there. Come on, we're doing some big damage now. Oh man, Mortician and Kakong both getting sent flying right now. That's one down. Oh, why don't you go join them, Kakong? Go on. Oh, ho, ho. Come on now. Let's get you dealt with now. Oh my god. Come on. Let's finish this, Kakong. Oh, come on now. Don't you do this to me. No. Come on, Cobalt. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay. Oh. God, the camera angles are getting rough now. That's it. That's it. Come on. Come on. There we go! Once again. Incredible! We've sent Kakong into orbit repeatedly in this fight. Oh my god! Yes! In the final moments, we got our second point. Let's go! Alright, looking for our third point as we take on Whiplash. Here we go. Whoa! We got caught off guard there. Oh god. Okay, this is bad. This is bad. We are... Oh god, Cobalt Spinner didn't even get a chance to get up to speed. There we go. Okay. Alright. Oh gosh. Okay. There we go. Look at this. Oh, some big damage clearly happened there. We are not slowing down. Oh gosh. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at this. Oh my god. Oh, Whiplash, you are... Oh my god. You are in some big trouble here. Oh man. Come on. Yeah, Whiplash, I'm pretty sure its arm isn't working anymore because I'm not seeing anything from it now. Like, the spinner's still going. Oh, there we go. Oh my god. Okay, the lifter arm does still work. I'm wondering what actually broke then, because their drive seems fine. Their spinner seems fine. Their lifter seems fine. Oh, no, it's the spinner that died. Okay, interesting. Like, that's probably the one area which I really could not care less about. Because, like, I'm not expecting Whiplash to KO Cobalt. Oh, wow. I think we just took out the lifter. Look at that! That's going to be our third point right here. Cobalt can be a menace when it wants to be. Alright, looking for our fourth point now as we take on Travesty. Oh, God. Oh, that was not looking good for us. Okay. Oh, Travesty might have already just... Okay, I was hoping for a bit of like a cut clash, you know, the weapons back and forth, kind of just really destroying each other. Oh, I might still get it? Okay. Here we go. That's it. That's it. Coming in, closing in here. This is what I was hoping for. And that's going to be our fourth point. Alright, looking for our fifth point now as we take on Ripperoni. Well, right away, it's looking good for us. Look at that. Oh, nice glancing blow from Ripperoni, though. But look at this, we're coming in now. At least I'm trying to. Come on. Oh, you are kidding me. The forks can't get under Ripperoni. That was ridiculous. Come on. Okay. Nice, nice. Very cool, very cool. Alright. Ooh. There we go. Oh, look at that. Come on. Toss her that spicy pizza pie. Oh. Some big piece just came off of Ripperoni there. Nice. Bouncing around. Oh, man. And I think that just positioned them perfectly. No, wait, there's still a wheel there. Alright. Halfway there. Living on a prayer. Let's move on. Alright, looking for our 6th point now as we take on Ghost Raptor. Oh, man. Okay, I see a flamethrower. We are a little caught on one of those forks. Look at this. Okay. Come on. Oh my god. Okay, right now we can't do much of anything. Okay, there we go. That's more like it. Oh, they're not going to do much better than they did in real life. Come on. There we go. Got the camera angle. Oh, this is rough. Gosh. Okay, come on. Oh, there's tires going everywhere here. Oh, man. Oh! Oh, this is brutal. Okay. Let's see. Oh, they managed to self-right. We have not had that big, like, moment where Ghost Raptor falls apart, though. As funny as that would be. God, look at the state of poor Ghost Raptor. Okay. Is that the end of Ghost Raptor? I think it is. That's going to be our 6th point. Alright, for our 7th point now as we take on Son of Waiachi. Oh, God. Oh, that proved to be a disastrous moment there for us. Oh no. Are you kidding? We actually got the shot that would have got us the win, but because we got tipped over. Alright, still looking for our 7th point then. Alright, still looking for our 7th point. This time we're fighting Shatter. Whoop. Getting underneath Shatter. Nice shot there. Shatter's looking a little bit worse for wear, but that's fine because we'll just make things 10 times worse for them. Oh man, I'm having a hard time actually. Okay, are they stuck? Okay, we'll hit the home key for them. We'll hit the home key again because that was ridiculous. We ended up being the ones stuck after that. Whoa! Oh my god. All right. Getting up to speed. Oh my god. Come on. Come on. Boing, 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 boing. There we go. Very cool. Oh, Jesus. That was a hell of a shot there. Come on. Oh, my God. Ooh. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Oh, they've embedded. Okay, we got to do another unstick. Crazy. I forgot the Shatter is like so powerful that it actually kind of messes the physics up a bit. Alright. Oh, and there's our 7 points. Alright. Oh, I just picked the default uppercut and it looks like it's that version. Oh, well. Well, let's just get this over with. Boom. Nice shot there. We're up to speed, taking on uppercut here. Oh, man. That's it. More damage. Oh, come on. Oh, gosh. Okay. Oh, gosh. Come on. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. This is... Okay, uppercut's taking the abuse pretty well, all things considered, but... Yeah. Oh, gosh. I need that 8th point uppercut. Very cool. Oh gosh. There we go. Nice. Oh my god. Okay, come on, that's it. There we go. Whoa. Come on, that's it. Big bounce. Oh, wow, what a juggle. Come on, that's it. There we go. Come on, back away. There we go. Got the spinner going again. Uppercut's taking some abuse right now. Like, it's tanking this. Come on, I need that 8th point, though. Oh my god, we got like just over a minute to go. And I still see no sign that they're gonna break. Oh my god, come on. Oh, big shot again. Come on, that's it. Major deal here, look at that. Oh my god, uppercut's still going. What is it gonna take? Oh my god. You are joking. How is it still going? Oh god. That messed our forks up for a moment there. That could have actually been a major problem for our mobility. Come on, 30 seconds to go. I gotta get that knockout shot. Come on. Come on. You are kidding. What is it gonna take? Oh, wow. Oh. Okay. And, oh, man. Okay. I mean, I feel like that was our 8th point, but it just wasn't a very satisfying 8th point. Alright, looking for our 9th point as we take on P1. Ooh, big shot there. Oh god, I don't fight this P1 rep too often. Sometimes you get videos like this where I just pick a few reps that I want to just fight more often. Oh god, here we go, come on. There we go. Oh god. Oh. Okay, there we go, come on, come on. Give me that 9th point. Nice. Okay, gotta get off and get up to speed. There we go. I needed that speed because, like, P1 was starting to smother the spinner a bit. Oh god, the pieces of P1 are going down the kill source slots now. Oh gosh. Okay. There we go. Sorry, I had to focus there. So I didn't crash or something or get stuck. Because Cobalt is a robot that has such small wheels that, like, it is very easy to get itself beached if I drive it wrong, especially on the shelf like that. Which makes me slightly dangerous, we'll say. I don't know what my 10th point opponent's going to be. I think I'm going to fight the twins, given that their designs feel very reminiscent of Cobalt, but just in a clusterbot form. Plus, I want to, like, just double check the durability, because, like, I remember based on the last time we had the twins in a video, the twins, like, endured way more than I remember them enduring, and I can't remember what the discussion was with what's, like, during the premiere, but it seemed like there was, like, a non-zero chance that I now have more durable versions of the twins, but I don't recall downloading more durable versions, so we're going to find out one way or the other, I guess, by trial by fire. Oh man, come on, give me that 9th point. Come on, give me that 9th point. Look at this. Oh, P1's losing everything. Get up to speed. There we go. Come on. That's it. That's more like it. Come on. Look at the state of P1. It's on fire. Oh god, that did not go the way I was expecting it to, but that's fine. Up and over. Oh, we are a little stuck. I gotta hit the home key. Alright, rushing over. There we go. Another major shot. And there we go. That will be our 9th point. Alright, well, we're testing it the big way. We've got 3 versions of the twins. We got triplets in this one. Just so I can, Whoa! Oh my god! Wow, they ended up on the driver's box. No, 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 stop fighting each other. Stop fighting each other. You're supposed to be fighting me. Pay attention to me. Stop fighting each other and focus on me. Oh god. Oh, this might actually go badly. Look at this. They found their parent, and now they want attention. Look at that. Oh, my God. By the way, thanks everyone, as always, for the support. If you have some challenges you would like to see, it doesn't have to be in Robot Rumble 2. I just, you know, if I'm just thinking about it, sometimes I will just go to Robot Rumble 2. But if you want to see Robot Arena 2, Battle RC, you know, etc., let me know down in the comment section down below some fights you would like to see. But granted, I'm beach, so I can't actually do much about the triplets infighting. Come on. There we... Okay, I'm stuck on a fork. I'm actually kind of stuck on a fork right now. That's actually very irritating. Come on. There's some glitch going on with the forks. I can tell there's some glitch going on with the forks, and it's really bothersome. Come on. There we go. No, stop fighting them. Fight me. Fight me. There we go. There we go. Okay, they are definitely way more durable now. I'm noticing. Like, I've hit them pretty hard a few times, and they are just going through, like, without much issue. Oh my God. Okay, here I come. I seem to have gotten most of my mobility back. And looks like we got one more to deal with. Come here, you. Come here, you. Oh! And that... Oh my God, they're still going. Come on. Oh! Come on. Back up. And... Oh, God. Back up. And go in. There we go. Another huge shot there. Come on. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, my God. Come on. Come on. Look at the damage we've done. Okay, let's see. Do they... Nope. They still have enough weapon power that they can just bounce back. Oh, we did take them out, though. Let's go. I'll see you all next time. Hello and welcome to the members. We're going to try and get 10 wins with Monsoon. Oh, my God. That was an... Oh, my God. Okay. All right. Oh, God. This is already off to an amazing start. So, Monsoon, from what I've seen, hits like a truck. I was going to do Storm 2 because I thought, oh, we'll follow up a fast Battlebot with a fast Robot Wars robot. But that definitely wasn't going to... I very quickly found that wasn't going to work out, and the video would take a little too long. So, maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. You know. But today, we're going to do Monsoon, and we've already got our first point, which is good because we just landed on our weapon. Alright, looking for our second point now. We're taking on Overhaul. Alright. Monsoon's a bit of a weird one to drive, admittedly. It is just such a unique shape. The gyro is one that can easily be taken advantage of. Oh yeah, one thing I want to try and do because oh my god, these hits are gigantic. I just stopped saying huge because I keep like walking into the same joke every time. Oh my god, that was huge. Oh, this is a nightmare. And then, obviously, like, my brain goes, oh, I'll probably just put Nightmare in the next fight or something like that. And it's like, okay, I gotta stop. My brain is getting too predictable. Oh, I'm actually stuck. Oh. Okay. Anyway, what was I gonna say? I can't remember. Well, we'll move on. Alright, we're taking on Bloodsport this time. Oh, yeah, I remember what I was gonna say. So, one thing I want to try and do in 2025, I'll probably still do, like, a lot of the, like, old school style challenges because there's just some you can't do like this, and because what I'm about to say will take a while to do. But I'm hoping to do like some bigger challenge videos every so often with like a specific theme. Basically, like, so for the 1st of January, I've got like a challenge where I've tried to win with every single like iron ore rep that I could get my hands on, which the video is nearly 2 hours long, just to give some sense of perspective there. You know, like, it's a pretty big video. And I'm considering doing, like, similar types of videos. Maybe like, once a month kind of thing. Just because these videos could get pretty long. But, like, for instance, I could do, like, one on like Team Waiachi robots, so I could do like, oh, here we go, one fights with Fusion, Hydra, Son of Waiachi, etc, etc. You know, see how that goes. You know, all and wrap it up all in one video. I could do the same thing with like Team Danby, like winning fights with Apex, Foxic, Foxtrot, Predator, Slammo. You know, I think it could be an interesting idea, and you know, it would like I said, it would probably have to be like a once a month type of thing, just because doing something like that could end up taking a long time, just even to record, because some robots and teams have got like far greater representation in replicas than others. But I think it could be good. Like, you get like three weeks of the month. You get like the regular types of challenges like this, and then like you get like the big challenge. We'll see how it goes, though. Obviously we'll have to see how that goes. All right, looking for our third point now as we take on Death Roll. Oh, oh my God! This Monsoon rep really does hit like a truck. Oh God. As for like members only challenges, like I'm not sure just yet. Like the members only challenges, like will like I'm not sure. Maybe I can do longer members only challenges as well to go alongside those longer. Oh, you're kidding. Well, this fell apart quickly. All right, we'll move on. Wait a minute. Never mind. Oh my God, I actually landed upright. Okay, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. I'm gonna just try to. I'm currently upside down, which is slightly awkward. Oh, I hate this. Okay, well, as I was saying... Whoa! Okay. Yeah, I could maybe do longer challenges, but I probably wouldn't do, like, those kind of longer themed challenges. It would probably be something like, oh, you know, if I did, like, one of, like, the Waiachi one, I'd probably be like, oh, here we go, I'm gonna win 25 fights with, like, Son of Waiachi or something like that, you know? Oh, God. Let me know what you guys would like to see, obviously, because, you know, that would be nice to hear. Oh, God. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Oh, no. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. Okay. Oh, my God. Okay, we're definitely upside down. Okay. Whoa, there we go. That was some nice damage there. Okay. There we go. Getting more damage in. The spinner on Monsoon is so crazy. Okay, I was ready to quit at one point because I was like, okay, we're not getting back up. Because I usually just assume once Monsoon's on its weapon that that's game over. But we just got our third point. Wow, I shouldn't doubt myself. Apparently, like, with the power, like, apparently we can do anything. Alright, looking for our fourth point now. We're taking on Bite Force. It's kind of cool having, like, oh God, oh Jesus, oh no, oh gosh. It's kind of cool having, like, a variety of Bite Forces now that I can use, like, you know, because I had, like, you know, 2015 Bite Force and then Spinner Bite Force, but now, like, I've mentioned it before, when it comes to Robot Rumble 2, one thing about the community is they don't just build a BattleBot. They will build a BattleBot and then every iteration of that BattleBot. So now I have Bite Force 2015, 2016, 2017. You know, I have every Bite Force that has ever existed, really. It's kind of wild, really. Anyway, that's like, what, our fourth point already? Crazy. Alright, we're trying to get our fifth point now by taking on Cobalt. Oh, God. Oh. Well, I can't... Cobalt really doesn't help itself, the fact that it rushes over, because it means if I tip it over, it's game over straight away. Well, that's our fifth point. Let's move on. Alright, we're looking for our sixth point now as we take on Orbitron. Monsoon hits like a truck in this. Like, it does have some weirdness of control. I've tried using Monsoon in my spare time, and like, I was kind of dreading going into this, because I was thinking, oh, there's going to be a lot of flopping about. Oh, we're stuck. We're all stuck. Hold on, I'm going to hit home key. I know there's, like, some weirdness when controlling Monsoon, so I was, like, expecting this to be, like, way more just me, like, struggling. There we go. Because I used to do a lot of that unintentionally, which I found works well if I want to get back to, like, flinging robots, but it does cause, obviously, some issues if I'm trying to be more controlled. Oh god, oh god, oh jeez. Like I said, I'm planning on probably doing a Storm 2 video tomorrow, because I really want to just I really want to like send robots flying. I actually talked to Sajaris because I was a little bit confused because I could have sworn like Storm 2 back in the classic days, you know, I think it did bring in a lifting arm where it would be like a 4-bar lifter, and I noticed that like the Extreme 2 version didn't have any wiring, but I forgot Storm 2 Extreme 2 is, I'm pretty sure, just a ramming box, as Sajaris helpfully reminded me. I just forgot, to be quite frank. It's, you know, because like I was just thinking, oh, look at that Storm, oh god, different version of Storm 2. So that version of Storm 2 would actually be even harder to use than the series, like the one with the front hinge lifter. Oh my god. I'm trying to think, like, I swear it had a front hinge lifter, like, in Series 7, though. I'm pretty sure the front hinge lifter was more like a modern addition. I imagine because, like, trying to maintain a 4-bar lifter was just... It just proved to not be the most feasible attachment in the modern day. Unless you're, like, the team behind Lucky and Ziggy, in which case you can get a 4-bar launcher and somehow remain relatively competitive. Okay, I can't do the flip. I was hoping to try and do like that flip, but I can't manage the momentum. Oh god. There we go. Okay, okay. Oh god. Well, we were just landed on our... Ooh, okay. There we go, there we go, there we go. Come on. Come on. I really cannot get that killing blow on them for this. What was it, our 6 points? Oh, we're running out of time. We're completely running out of time. Okay. Oh, man. Yeah, this was not a strong performance. We're still on that hunt for the 6 point for sure. Dang it. Alright, still looking for our 6 point. This time we're fighting Mad Catter. Oh, God. Okay, okay. Whoa! Oh, gosh. I love how, like, when it comes to the replica scene in the different games, like, it feels almost representative of different games. So Robo Rumble 2 has, like, the biggest, like, feels like the most insane active community. Oh, that's gonna be our 6 point, by the way. So you're seeing, like, not just every replica being made on battle, but it's, like, also concentrated in, like, a specific area. So you're only seeing you're mainly seeing BattleBots replicas for the most part, but like you're seeing every BattleBots replica that you could ever imagine for the reboot. Anything beyond that tends to be a lot more drip feedy. Robo Arena 2, you're seeing a bit more of a wide range. So you got like the BattleBots reps, the King of Bots reps, the Robot Wars reps, you know, etc., etc. But because it's a bit more of a smaller, dedicated community, you know, you have to wait for like that 1 or 2 creators that like really go crazy, like Sajaris and the Orc working on like the Robot Wars mod, for instance. But like, you know, when it happens, you get like amazing results. And then you got Battle RC, which has like the most random replicas of all time. Like you could have Toro versus like Tombstone versus Rhino from Robot Wars 1997. Alright, looking for our 7 point by fighting Hypershock! Oh my god, Hypershock just... Wow! Hypershock's mere existence just caused a few frames of lag. Okay. Going in. Oh, wrong button. Oh god. Controlling the camera whilst trying to drive a robot is never the simplest thing, is it? Oh my god, this... Why did they decide to pick Rake Hypershock? This is clearly a bad idea. Oh, well, they killed us, didn't they? Yeah, they killed us. Oh, that sucks.
3.
Alright, looking for our 7 point still. We're fighting Yeti now. Oh, man. Yeti was a pretty cool, like, early reboot design. Again, it's crazy to think, like, how long the reboot's been going, but, like, it's almost been 10 years. Think about that. Like, I want you to all really think about it. The first season of the reboot happened in 2015. It is now approaching 2025. The reboot's been going on for nearly 10 years now. And in Robot Combat ages, that's like the longest that any of these have ever like really survived before cancellation. I'm pretty sure, at least, like, trying to think about this, like, Robot Wars went from, like, what, like, not like the late 90s, like 98 or something like that, to about 2003? I'm probably wrong about that. But, like, I'm just gonna riptide this for a bit while I talk. But, like, it's kind of crazy to me that, like, you know, this is the longest it's been. So, like, it is crazy to think, like, we have seen designs that, like, at one point were, like, legitimately competitive and probably could still have, like, a degree of competitiveness. I don't want to say, like, Yeti couldn't be competitive. But, like, we have seen, like, it like, on TV, like, at least, because you could have watched, like, the live scene and whatnot and gotten a similar result. But it's been interesting to watch the meta on BattleBots, like, actively evolve over time. You know, we went from the Bite Forces and Tombstones and, you know, seeing, like, robots like Yeti be, like, the, like pretty capable robots. And then we've seen over time new robots coming to the scene become the new competitive robots. We've seen a few robots, like Hypershock and Witch Doctor, adapting to remain, like, at a similar level of competitiveness. But, like, it's interesting to see, like, yeah, it's interesting to see, like how you can actually see the sport continuing to evolve because of just how long this has remained on TV. Please, for the love of God, let there be a World Championship 8 in 2025, because I swear to God, if we got another cancellation, I'm going to go insane. Looking for our 8th point.
Go.
I don't know, like, it's kind of cool to me to, like, because, like, often, like, obviously, when it comes to, like, the TV shows, like, I don't think, like, we've not really had a Robot Combat TV show that's lasted this long. Oh my God, no, come on, I can do this. Oh, I'm so annoyed. I was just getting into a point and everything. Come on. I'm trying to, like, use momentum to pop myself up. No, I can't. Okay. Well, we'll continue the point in the next fight.
3.
Alright, so looking for 8 point. This time we're fighting Black Dragon.
Go.
I find, like, when you look at, like, the evolution of the sport, like, because you can even, like, even with, like, some of the other runs, like Robot Wars and whatnot. Oh my God! We hit the roof! Like, you can, it's always interesting to just, like, when these shows do go on for, like, a few years, just seeing how things evolve. Oh my God. Like, obviously in, like, for instance, in, like, classic series Robot, I need to properly watch through all of Comedy Central BattleBots. Like, I haven't seen nearly enough to be able to comment on the evolution there. Oh, I am actually really... Every time I'm starting a point, I lose! We're looking for 8 points still. We're finally lucky now. One thing I always find interesting, obviously, is seeing, like, not just the, like, how the metas of these sports evolve, you know, like, you know, we've gone from, like, Tombstone being, like, the ultimate, like, end-all be-all of spinners to, like, now, like, a killer vert, like, Riptide, for instance. Like, we're seeing, like, wider spinners, like, Riptide and Manta doing, you know, taking what, like, robots like Minotaur started and, like, seemingly, like, pushing them to maybe, like, what could be the extreme end of the scale. And I think that's pretty cool to see. But at the same time, it is also interesting to see, like, how the designs that were doing well or showed some potential earlier on, you know, how they adapt, because, you know, you get your situations like Yeti, of course, which I love. I think Yeti's pretty cool, but obviously Yeti, unfortunately, petered out towards the end, and, you know, and then you got, like, but, like, you got, like, the likes of, like, say, Gigabyte, which continues to try its best to evolve, and it does get the occasional win here and there. I don't think you can necessarily count it out of a fight unless it's, like, up against, like, the higher-end type of robots. Like, if it's up against certain robots, it can actually still put up a pretty good fight. Free shipping is shown, like, free shipping and beta show that, like, even if you're not, like, the absolute top end, you can still put up a really good fight. Slammo is a robot, like, that I think has been consistently evolving to try and, you know, it's to continue to get more and more competitive. Obviously, and then you got, like, robots that started off competitive and remain competitive, or are trying their best to remain competitive, like Hypershock and Witch Doctor, of course, have been doing pretty good jobs at that. Tombstone has been running into some gremlins, but we see every season they try to find a new way to, you know, get back to being, like, at a level of, you know, being, like, a notable robot to fear. And I think that's pretty cool, honestly. It's crazy to think about, like, like, just see, like, the way the sport evolves. It's like how, like, in live scenes... Oh my god! It's a... You know, you got the likes of, like, say, RoboGames had, obviously, like, the likes of Original Sin and whatnot that, you know, ended up, like, not only surviving, but, like, remaining competitive, like, for, like, an obscene amount of time. Okay, is Lucky gonna just... Okay, Lucky is just pushing me around now. Oh my god, really? Is this really how it's gonna be? Okay. You know, Lucky, if you do this, I might count it as a pin. Oh, we're back again, okay. Oh, now you use your flipper. Oh, crazy. Alright, well, let's move on. Still looking for our 8th point. This time we're fighting free shipping. Free shipping's been an interesting, like, situation to see evolve. Obviously, it started off as, like, being an absurd robot with, like, an actual, just a full-on forklift. Then it evolved to be, like, more of just a, you know, lifter. And now it's got, like, the vertical spinner with, like, the forklift-style, like, wedgelets. Oh, gosh. I actually remember, like, I saw, like, a video get made, like, a while back, like, talking about, like, the common complaint of there being too many vertical spinners. And I remember, like, my video complaining about free ship... Like, part of my video where I was complaining about, like, the update to free shipping. Well, I want to say not complaining, because I actually do like free shipping quite a lot still. But I remember, like, I did express disappointment seeing free shipping ditching the forklift. And I remember that got used, and I was like, okay. Like, I think the video was pretty good, and I think it does, like, make a good point. Like, there is generally a little too much complaining about, like, too many vertical... Like, to an extent, I do agree. I still think there is definitely probably too many of a single type of design. I would love to see more grabber and lifters, more flippers, more crushers, you know, more axes and hammers. But to say that there's too many vertical spinners does ignore the part where, you know, vertical spinners can take many different shapes and sizes. Soul Laser is technically a vertical spinner, but you wouldn't really compare it to, say, Huge or Monsoon, for instance. Oh, man. Well, there we go. It's going to be our 8th point, finally. And I remember, like, my point with the free shipping thing wasn't so much, oh, man, I hate vertical spinners. My point was more just, free shipping was so cool and unique having it with its specific design, that the fact that it was a little bit more traditional now with the vertical spinner, it felt like it was like, it did feel like it lost a little bit of that uniqueness, even if I still thought that the robot was pretty good. It's like, the robot's still good, but like, it would be like if, like, say, Foxic suddenly became a vertical spinner. I'd still love Foxic, but I would also be like, dang it, I really like the Fox head lifter. Does that make sense? I feel like that makes sense. Alright, looking for our 9th point now as we take on Blip. If BattleBots does continue on, because it looks like they're trying to design BattleBots to have, like, a long-term game plan, you know, not only with the shows, but, like, with the, like, BattleBots, like, live events. I do wonder how, like, the scene's going to continue to evolve. I'm also, like, wondering, like, what the future of stuff like RoboGames is going to be. Like, I'm just, like, this is another ramble episode for sure. I do wonder, like, because, like, obviously RoboGames has been, like, in a lot of controversy the past 2 years. It came back in, you know, last year to, oh god, and then it was like, oh, you know, the arena had, like, a breach, and, you know, that's really dangerous, and people like myself foolishly were like, oh, you know, it's been a few years, like, they've been gone for a few years, maybe they just didn't, you know, maybe they underestimated. Like, it's still bad, but maybe, like, you know, there'll be some adjustments made so that the event can properly hold these ridiculous, like, spinners and whatnot next year. Let's move on. Alright, still looking for our 9th point. This time we're fighting Bombshell. As I was saying, but then obviously this year it came around. I still haven't reviewed RoboGames. RoboGames, like, didn't have an official stream, but, like, people did stream it. So I can review it. I'm pretty sure, like, I haven't actually watched through the entire streams. Every time I think about doing that, I'm like, oh my god, that's gonna be so many hours of, like, what I've heard is, like, not a very good event. Like, I've seen stuff like Manta versus Original Sin, which was probably, like, the best fight of the entire thing. I've watched Malice versus Original Sin. That was another really good fight. But, like, I'm worried about... Wait, was Malice Original Sin, like, that year? Can't have been, surely. Anyway, well, point is, I watched little bits here and there of RoboGames 2024. And my concern is, like... I don't know if I want to give a chance to a RoboGames 2025. Like, I was giving, like, the extreme benefit of the doubt to RoboGames for 2024 because I was thinking, like, oh, you know, like, it's been a few years, like they've been gone, like, spinners have, like, genuinely evolved quite a crazy amount. But then, like, you know, so I was thinking, like, maybe with, like, a little bit of time, they can... You know, they can, like, just make the adjustments needed so that they can house these, like, modern day, like, these current day crazy spinners that have just been coming out recently. Turns out, no, unfortunately not. From what I could tell, nothing got changed, and it's getting really risky now, like, because the spinners are getting, like, really quite nasty now. Like, you know, you've probably the likes of, like, obviously you've always had, like, Ray Billings with, like, Tombstone and whatnot, but now you're getting, like Manta. I'm pretty sure, like, the team behind Riptide wanted to enter RoboGames. It's like, something's going to go horrifically wrong at some point, surely. Like, I'm genuinely kind of shocked that, like, that RoboGames has gotten to this point, but at the same time, like, it's not like RoboGames hasn't had, like, a breach before, but, like, jeez, like, it makes me genuinely a bit worried about, like, a RoboGames 2025. Like, I'd love for RoboGames to suddenly, like, prove me wrong and, like, it updates the arena, they update the arena, and it can house, like, modern day spinners, or that they change the rules. You know, do the sensible thing, but, like, RoboGames 2024, from everything I've heard, was such a train wreck that the thought of a RoboGames 2025 just gives me anxiety, and I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I wouldn't be sad if it didn't, truthfully, because, like, it's... If you haven't heard me say it enough times, this sport is dangerous, and I really don't want someone to get hurt doing it. So, yeah, I really don't want to see some tragedy happen because of an event being dangerous. Still looking for the 9th point. Oh my god, come on. Come on. I'm trying to get Warhead here. You're kidding me. Come on, Warhead. Okay. Nice. Oh man, I love Warhead. Like, the Razor team made some very nice looking, like, typically, like, you know, to get some nice looking robots, you need, like, a nice coat of paint on them. These are some of the nicest looking robots to not have a coat of paint. Like, it's crazy to me, but, like, yeah, those things were wonderful feats of engineering. It's just a shame that, obviously, that we've been talking about this entire, as I've been rambling about this entire episode, the march of time just means that these robots just ended up inevitably struggling in the modern age. Alright, we're looking for our 10th point now. Taking on Hijinks. Oh, man. One other thing actually on the march of, like, things is that I love whenever I see a robot that has been, like, struggling. You know, maybe it's been showing some potential, but just always seems to fall short at the end. Like, there's always some, like, gremlin, or maybe the robot just struggled point blank, period. I love when I get to see those robots suddenly everything just works. You know? Like they've been promising for ages that, like, oh, this one will be it, guys, and, you know, you see the comments be like, oh, you know, this will just be another situation where they're gonna die in 2 seconds, and it's like, BAM! They have, like, that killer performance that they've been promising that they're gonna have, and it's like, yes, finally, I love seeing that. Oh, man, it's always great to see, like, robots prove everyone wrong. I think, like, Hijinks is probably overdue one of those. Unfortunately, it's not going to get in the video game world because we just got our 10th point. Oh, man. Sorry for how rambly this episode got. It kind of just became like a brain dump. I do apologize for that. I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye!